Hello everybody, and especially all the children who are listening today. I hope you are keeping well and enjoying the beautiful sunshine we've had this week. It's been a lovely week, hasn't it? I expect you've been out in your gardens or maybe to the park, and although it's still very difficult, I'm sure you're keeping cheerful and helping mum and dad and making the days go quickly with your little bits and pieces you're doing. I've got a lovely story for you today. It's again the story of Jesus. Now you remember we've had lots of stories about what happened after Jesus died and then rose again and came back and showed himself to all his followers, his disciples, who knew therefore that he hadn't in fact died. Now he did say, I'm not going to be here for always. And this is a story of Jesus going back to heaven. And I'm going to read it to you and show you the picture as well. Soon the time came for Jesus to leave his friends and go back to heaven to be with God. One day, he and his close friends went out of the city. They climbed a hill. It was called the Mount of Olives. Jesus prayed that his friends would always know God's love and peace, and he gave them a command. You must tell everyone the good news, Jesus said. Remember, I am alive forever, and I shall be with you always, right to the end of time, just as I told you. Then he disappeared from their sight. They would not see him again on earth, and they knew the Holy Spirit would come and help them. They went back to Jerusalem, and they started going to the temple every day to thank God for Jesus. They knew that God had sent him to die and come to life again, so that everyone who believed in him could be freed from the power of wrongdoing, death, and evil. Jesus is alive, they sang, knowing that from then on the whole world would be different. So that's our beautiful story for today from the Bible, and here's a picture that somebody has painted to show how they imagined this story to happen. There's some of the friends of Jesus, and there he is, disappearing from their sight in a cloud. I hope you've enjoyed that story, and in a minute I will show you a little activity you can do linked with that if you want to. We'll also send you some activity sheets about the story of Jesus going back to heaven. It's also called the ascension. Ascension means the going up. So that's what we're remembering this week, Ascension Day, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And thank you very much for listening. See you again soon. Bye-bye.